Today I'm going to tell the story, a very interesting story, the story of a newcomer. We call them newcomers in school. These students that come in the middle of the year or somewhere in the middle of the term for reasons that are varied. So today I'm going to tell the story of a newcomer. So it's one of the stories in my teaching experiences. So there was a time in a school I was teaching in, a newcomer was admitted in school. It is a girls' school. So the newcomer was admitted. The girl was vetted according to the requirements of our school, and she was allowed in school. Just to preempt, I don't know if our vetting was watertight because of the events that succeeded her admission. But anyway, hardly a week or two into her admission in school, one of the most enthusiastic teachers on the compound was on duty. TODs in school, we call them TODs, teachers on duty. So one of the, or MODs, masters on duty. So one of the most enthusiastic teachers on the compound was on duty just after this girl was admitted in school. I think maybe about 2 weeks or so, probably 2 weeks or so, about there on. So this TOD arrived in school one morning, very early, probably, if I can't remember well, but I think most TODs would arrive by 6 a.m. It was a boarding school, a boarding girls' school. So the TOD arrived at 6 and was up and down as usual, going around, and he was a male teacher in a girls' school. So the TOD was going around, a middle-aged teacher, old enough to be a father to many of the girls and even us young teachers who are in that school. So I'm trying to say he was an experienced teacher, one who had been in the system for some time. So that he went around. He went around at 6 a.m. ensuring the programs were running in school and speaking orders to the girls, giving direction, and of course very enthusiastic, as I say. So he was going around school, the buildings, classes, and dormitories. So when he got to one class, there was a girl who was, standing, and the way girls preparing in the morning, they would do their toiletry. This girl had transferred her toiletry to class. Okay, her toiletry, I mean her, preparations for the day. Cleaning, looking herself in the mirror, combing her hair, and all that. So the girl was doing that in class. So this teacher was quite enraged. And so he told the girl to kneel on the classroom floor. This was the new girl, the one I'm talking about, the newcomer. So the newcomer just looked at the teacher, stared at the teacher like there was nothing happening. The other girls were surprised that she was disobeying the teacher. Of course, now she was disobeying the teacher. She didn't kneel. So the teacher said, I asked you to kneel. At this time, the teacher was standing at the door, shouting. Then the girl answered the teacher, what mistake have I done? I wish the girl had known which kind of teacher she was asking that question, because this was a very enthusiastic teacher, very punctilious, very hardworking, no nonsense, one who carries himself around with statements like, I have been in this profession for many years. You know, those are such, he was such a kind of a teacher. Those, if you are a teacher, you know, those teachers who say, I have been in this profession for many years. I have been in this school for many years. You are not the first one. You are not the first student. So that was the kind of teacher this girl was answering. So the teacher shot from the door and slapped the girl. Of course, I'm saying he ran from, he walked towards the girl and slapped the girl. He could not take it because, of course, that was disrespect. And he wanted to put the girl in her place because the girl had done this before the other girls. So what example was she showing? And of course, his authority had been challenged like never before. So the girl, after being slapped, this is a story that the rest of us witnessed the end of it, and of course came to learn the events from the teacher himself. Because now I'm telling from the accounts of the teacher and some students. So the girl, after being slapped, did not cry like other girls. Instead, she grabbed the teacher's collars and started wrestling with him. So the teacher was taken by surprise, and had he not been quick on his feet, the girl would have wrestled him to the floor. Like if you have read Things Fall Apart, there is the beginning scene where Amalinze, the cat, is wrestling with Okonkwo. So the teacher would have been Amalinze the cat, or would he have been Okonkwo? I don't know. But he saved himself from that situation by being quick on his feet and running out of class immediately. Of course, threatening, acha nirudi nikupate hapo, acha nirudi nikupate hapo. So he went out of class enraged. Of course, he was going to get reinforcement, and we were the reinforcement. Some of us were in the staff room. He gathered us, and we, of course, were not amused that our teacher had been disrespected and disobeyed before other students. So we took action. I don't want you to ask what action we took, but we took action. And the girl has a story to tell wherever she is. I don't know what you would say about that kind of situation. It was one the school never forgot for a long time. The teacher had never been challenged. The students had never seen such rebellion, such audacity. The teachers wanted to make an example of the girl. So it was a cocktail of emotional reactions that morning. And the main actors, the teacher and the girl, each have their side of story to tell. But what I'm telling is the side of the story of those of us who heard and those of us who were privilege to arrive in that class as teachers and make an example of the girl such that there will never be an attempt or even an imagination of such rebellion, such an uprising, such disrespect to this noble profession of teaching. Those were the days before corporal punishment was banned from schools. My question after that and many years is corporal punishment. Was it helping in any way? Was it something that maybe needed to be given an opportunity in our system of education? I'm just thinking, maybe corporal punishment is such a terrible word, but let me not ramble into I don't want to ramble into that dimension of corporal punishment. But I've told you the story of our girl. Wherever she is, I'm sure she has a story to tell. Remember to subscribe, to like, and share. More is coming. I have more. And we are going to engage in many activities on this channel. We are doing an experiment here, and we are going to engage. So like, share, subscribe.